What up, everybody? It's AJ from Pattaya, Thailand, also the manager of Sexy in the City on Soy 6, coming to you once again. This week, we're going to talk about an update on the elections. I've done a previous video, but since then, a lot of information has changed. So I want to make sure that you are in the know and know what's going on as we approach election season. We're also going to talk about February in Pattaya and about all the exciting events and things that are going to happen. So I'm going to start out by talking about February. There's a couple big events that happen in Pattaya in February if you're coming in. And a lot of people are like, is this going to affect my holiday? Oh my God, it's all about me. Well, yes, we know to most people it's all about you, but will the events affect you? Generally not. Number one, you have Cobra Gold. Cobra Gold, which features all sorts of Southeast Asian nations, and the U.S. military is one of the biggest joint military exercises in the entire world every single year. It brings thousands and thousands and thousands of soldiers to the Pattaya area, more specifically Sada Hip, where the naval base is, and on the Navy-controlled islands just south of Pattaya, from about February 12th until about February 22nd, 23rd, roughly, with a little bit extra on either side of pre- and post-planning teams. During these exercises, which are not open to the public, by the way, people's biggest concern is all of these soldiers. Oh my God, are they going to be in town everywhere and going nuts and drinking and out of their minds and drunk? And is there going to be any way for me to have a good time? Here's the deal. For the most part, they're not given much liberty or time off. And in their time off, when they're actually there, they're under very, very, very strict curfews, strict battle buddy systems in which they have to travel with 3 or 4 other people at a time, strict orders not to get too drunk, and other special things that they got to do. So for the most part, it's not going to affect your trip at all that all these people are in town. Short answer. Very good. Barapa Bike Week, one of the biggest motorcycle club meetings in the entire world, is February 15th and 16th. And bikers from everywhere, in all sorts of countries and all sorts of major clubs like Hells Angels and Bandidos, and Bad Company, and many, many others, visit Pattaya for one of the biggest bike organizations and meetings that's out there, with live concerts, mostly rock themed, bike shows, all sorts of special deals. It's actually just outside of Pattaya. It usually features a parade as well, generally on the first day through Pattaya. Now, a little bit different than Cobra Gold, yes. A lot of these guys will be at bars. A lot of them will be drinking. A lot of them will be spending their well-earned and hard-earned money all throughout the city. Some people that are not familiar with them are like, oh, you know, these guys look big and scary. Are they going to attack me? No. Come on now. Get real, people. They're just like you. They're coming here for a fun event. And I actually went a couple years ago and thought it was pretty cool. And I've never driven a motorcycle in my life, nor would I. But it's a cool event to go to, and it's just outside of Pattaya. So I recommend you take a look at that. Finally, Chinese New Year. You've got Chinese New Year in February as well. You're going to have Chinese everywhere. Not just the 5th, but they go on vacation for about a week or 2. So most of y'all who come here on a regular basis know Chinese generally don't go to bars, but you will see more on the beach. All sorts of cultural shows and exhibitions. If you don't know much about Chinese culture, other than, hey, I've seen them walk around with a flag, which is not knowing much about Chinese culture, there's all sorts of shows and events. Central Festival has special concerts and a Chinese art and culture exhibition as well during this time period. Getsu Nova is performing, I believe, on the 5th at Central Festival, which is a very popular Thai band. So, elections. If you're coming in March, what does that mean to you? The real answer is we don't know 100% yet. The election dates are the 17th and the 18th. And as well, you're looking at the 23rd and 24th. Now, with these election dates, does that mean there's going to be a bar closure or an entertainment closure or business closings or alcohol ban? It's not announced. It's not set in stone. For the actual election day, the 24th, and the day before the 23rd, which it's Thai law that they don't sell alcohol on an election day or before it, I would say 100%, 99.999%, actually expect that it's going to happen. So if you're in town, then prepare in advance, stock up, keep some alcohol. It's not illegal to drink, it's illegal to purchase. The big question is the weekend before, 17th and 18th. 17th, which of course is St. Patrick's Day, which is a big event in Pattaya. The good news is the annual St. Patrick's Day parade that goes down Beach Road, which is always awesome to watch, is 100% on, according to news media, the city council, and Irish society. Whether or not bars will be open and alcohol can be served is a completely other matter. Typically, early voting is an alcohol ban. However, the alcohol ban itself might or might not take place. I expect it to, fully expect it to if you're coming, but probably 97%. But early voting is actually being stretched out for a week this time. Yesterday, they actually launched the Thai election website, which crashed for 2 hours, by the way, but is now back up to register early voting. Early voting is for people who cannot go back to their home province. In Thailand, if you don't go back to your home province, then you need to register to early vote so you can vote wherever you are right now. For instance, all the folks from Isan that work in Pattaya need to register to vote in Pattaya. Pretty cool, right? The other question, if I'm coming right after the elections, is there going to be unrest and upset people and people going crazy over the results? The short answer is no. The long answer is maybe down the road, but doubtful. It takes several weeks to compile the results. You're not going to see the results until probably right after Songkran. So no, there's going to be no disruption because nobody's going to know who won. I could go into what's going on and what the actual voting is, but I'm not going to. They're not voting for the Prime Minister, by the way. They're voting for seats that party members represent. Anyways, hopefully that helps you out, guys. I'll see you next week. Take care.